Egyptian opposition figure Mohamed ElBaradei urged President Obama this past week not to be the last one to withdraw support from Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak. ElBaradei told thousands of protesters in central Cairo that an uprising against Hosni Mubarak's rule cannot go back. ElBaradei, the Egyptian Nobel Prize winner who says he has a mandate from Egypt's opposition to negotiate Mubarak's withdrawal from power and the creation of a transitional government, urged the U.S. to turn its back on its longtime ally in a series of television interviews. I came today to join you on the happiest day in our lives. Today I can look each one of you in the eye. Today, as Egyptians, you have taken back your rights to life and freedom. What has begun cannot go back. As we said earlier, we have one main demand: the end of the regime and the beginning of a new stage. ElBaradei joined thousands of protesters in Cairo's Tahrir Square. He said the time has come for the U.S. to stand with Egypt's protesters. He said on CBS's Face the Nation, quote, "The American government cannot ask the Egyptian people to believe that a dictator who has been in power for 30 years would be the one to implement democracy. This is a farce. The first thing which will calm the situation is for Mubarak to leave, and leave with some dignity. Otherwise, I fear that things will get bloody, and the U.S. has to stop the life support to the dictator en route for the people." I'm calling on all the Egyptian people from all the different areas to come and take part in these protests here in Tahrir Square, and that the army is with the people. The army will never be against the people. The army is with the people, hand in hand. We want Hosni Mubarak to leave the country. People will kill him. If they catch him, they'll kill him. This past week, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton did not call for Mubarak to step down, but instead appealed to the Mubarak government to embrace political reform and respect the Egyptian people's calls for democracy. Reuters reported that President Obama called other world leaders to discuss supporting a, quote, orderly transition in Egypt. Earlier last week, Vice President Joe Biden appeared on PBS NewsHour speaking about the Egypt protests. NewsHour host Jim Lehrer asked Biden if the time had come for President Mubarak of Egypt to go. Biden answered,
"No, I think the time has come for President Mubarak to begin to move in the direction that to be more responsive to some of the needs of the people out there."
Mubarak's government has developed an infamous reputation for repression, jailing elected government officials and torturing opponents. Asked if he would characterize Mubarak as a dictator, Biden responded this way.
Look, Mubarak has been an ally of ours in a number of things that he's been very responsible on relative to geopolitical interest in the region, the Middle East peace efforts, the actions Egypt has taken relative to normalizing relationship with Israel. I think that it would be, I would not refer to him as a dictator.
Since the United States provides about $1.3 billion in military aid to Egypt a year, the repressive apparatus of the state is seen by many in Egypt as hand in glove with the U.S. I've been here for 3 days, and I'm prepared to spend the rest of my life here, and I'm prepared to die here. Mubarak has been in power for 30 years, with despotism, unfairness, injustice. He doesn't want to. We don't know how to live. The people have had enough. The fire inside us has come out.